away a small car, even a small SUV horizon, and that is that the air quality should begin to improve very soon as the wind begins to change direction. So still looking pretty awful on the East Coast. At least is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and as thunderstorms develop, a lot of times you'll either see the lightning or hear the thunder. Anytime there's thunder, you know there's lightning around, even if you can't see it. It's the lightning that causes the expansion in the air that creates what we hear as thunder. But it all starts when the cloud gets big enough that it develops ice particles, and they kind of crash into each other. Hi, I'm meteorologist Marshall McPeek. 15 years ago this week, a giant snowstorm affected a whole lot of the Midwest, and it set some records, specifically some of those in Ohio. So it started on March 7th of 2008, and that day it began to snow, and it kept snowing, and it kept snowing, and by midnight we had 5 inches on the ground in Columbus, Ohio. Then it kept snowing, and it kept snowing and kept snowing, so that on the 8th, I'm meteorologist Marshall McPeek. You may have heard about a series of atmospheric rivers that are coming ashore on the west coast and causing all kinds of trouble out there. We are likely to see some of that moisture make it all the way to Ohio and beyond. So this is all associated with a lot of moisture that comes from the Pacific. Now, there's warm air out there over the Pacific, relatively speaking, and that last Halloween joke, and this one is a little special. You got a little help telling this one.
Hey, Marshall. My name is Kevin Ledford, and I live in Canton, Ohio. I'm a huge fan of Channel 6 and 28, and it's Halloween time, so I've got a good one for you. Where do ghosts go on vacation?
Great question, Kevin. Where do ghosts go on vacation? Hi, I'm meteorologist Marshall McPeek. We've been seeing a lot of disasters across the country this year, 15 so far, that have totaled more than $1 billion in damage each. A couple of hurricanes recently that have been really devastating. The numbers are coming in on those yet, and we've had all kinds. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a good Sunday so far. We have some showers and thunderstorms beginning to pop up around the region. So let's talk a little bit about what's happening there and what that's going to mean for the next few hours across parts of central Ohio. These are potentially strong storms with some wind gusts that could cause some issues. That's the biggest threat out of these, maybe a little hail, but... Hi, I'm meteorologist Marshall McPeek. We are about to have something exciting to see in the sky that hasn't been in the sky for 50,000 years, believe it or not. The last time it came by, the Neanderthals were likely to see it. It's got a real catchy name, C222 E3ZTF. Yeah, it's a comet. They found it from the folks at Caltech back in March. Hi, I'm meteorologist Marshall McPeek. We're expecting another round of patchy fog around the region, and that happens because of the temperature and the dew point. When they become the same, we get patchy fog. Now, the dew point is actually the temperature at which the air can hold no... Hi, I'm meteorologist Marshall McPeek. If you're planning on doing a little tailgating this Saturday, it should be a perfect day for the game. Before the game starts at 7:30, you're going to have temperatures in the 80s, and it's going to be a sunny afternoon, a great day to be outdoors doing a little bit of grilling. Once you get to the game, you'll notice that it is still nice and warm, feeling like summertime. Hi, I'm meteorologist Marshall McPeek. You know, Earth is not the only place where we can see eclipses. It turns out that the rover on Mars has been able to capture one of the most amazing eclipses that NASA has seen. This is Phobos, which is one of the moons on Mars, and the Perseverance rover was able to catch one of the best images. It's the most zoomed in, highest... Hello, I'm meteorologist Marshall McPeek. We are going to talk about some fireworks science because it is going to be a big weekend for fireworks. Now, to get the right colors, you actually have to burn the right elements. So to generate white colors, in a lot of places, they're using magnesium. The blue, surprisingly enough, you would think would be green, but is actually copper, and it burns blue. Strontium is red. Combine the two, what do you get? Well, you get some copper and strontium together to make violet. Then you got to have some green out there, which turns out isn't copper, it's actually barium. Then the yellow is some sodium. You use the calcium for orange, and silver is just a... Hi, I'm meteorologist Marshall McPeek. As you've probably noticed, we are in the midst of what can be severe weather season. And every year in the U.S., we have plenty of tornadoes to prove it. Across the U.S., we have an average of about 1,200 or more tornadoes